Hello everybody, I'm going to do a quick tutorial on this new game called Mega Minesweep. It is basically Minesweeper but in an arena format where everyone is competing for their own territory. It is early access, so there are changes and updates still happening, but any kind of bugs or issues can be discussed on this thread. If you click on this tutorial and rules link, it will kind of describe the difference between regular Minesweeper and this new version. And here's a little diagram. As you can see, there are other users, and those are going to be colored tiles, but you exist in this own little territory, and you can only click on the surrounding tiles from what you own, but everything else is the same. So you could flip a tile, but like for example this 3, we're not sure if which one of these would have a mine, so you could actually use this disarming feature, which is a double flag basically, and that will after a set amount of time flip the square, and if it's just a regular number, it will reveal that, and if it's a mine, it will reveal the mine safely. And the nice thing about that, once you have these mines, you can actually pick them up and move them, kind of to defend your own territory from other users. Now, the one key thing here is that there is this kind of locking feature. So when you claim new territory, this you get this dark gray, and that dark gray basically locks your territory. So nobody else can move into that territory until the lock is released. It's like 15 seconds or something. And that goes same thing for other users. If they're pushing forward, then they kind of lock these squares, and we cannot claim squares that have the dot on them. And so what we would do is we would try to push into this teal territory, and they wouldn't be able to click. Like we're trying to avoid a click battle because that's silly, but we would be advancing and they would try to put walls or mines in our way to slow us down. And hopefully they would slow us down enough to lose, so that we'd lose the lock, or they could start moving in from another direction. But yeah, walls are another way you could place walls down, and those can be destroyed with 5 mines. And anything can be moved basically. If we have lock squares, we could put mines down or walls here on the dark, or we could put it on the interior squares, which is the slightly lighter gray. But these edge squares, we cannot put mines or walls down, and that's just to get away from users clicking on those, not knowing that we just placed a mine or something down. So let's just get into a game and show you how it goes. So let's see. All right. Oh boy, I'm right in the middle of it. So as we I'm just trying to clear. So there is a cording feature. So if I flag here, I know that's a 2, and I click there, it will start to flip squares that already satisfy their requirements. Boy, I hope I don't die too quick here. And so I'm just trying to do this. I'm moving around, solving ones that I know I can flip easy. But this is not a good spot. We're in a lot of... Man. So like, I am hoping to have some breathing room, but I'm feeling a little bit... so we know there's 1 here, 2 here, so maybe, yeah. And so that has to be a mine. Boy, we got a lot of 4s, a lot of... This has to be 2. Okay, so now I can hit the spacebar or click up here to change whether I'm placing walls or mines. And like, you can go ahead and place some walls here, maybe to help protect your territory. This has to be, boy. So one thing that we have to be concerned about is the cording does not work for the wall squares. So I know that this has 3 already, so I can flip those naturally. So now here's one thing that we're getting into now. These are locks, so I could place a mine or remove, or a wall, place or remove it. But once that lock goes away and it gets to the lighter, now it's a boundary, and I can't actually move these until I claim more territory. And that's just to help make that boundary a little, oh yeah, well that was stupid. But yeah, there you see it. Clicked on a bad one and I died in front of everybody. Let's try. So we could try it again. Okay, a little bit less stress here, but maybe we could take over this orange. Oh, so that was another, geez Louise. I forgot. If you disarm, that acts like a flag, and so you have to be very careful. I clicked on the 3, and it assumed I had flagged that, but it did the cording and basically flipped the mine. So that was just a silly mistake here. So one more. So I try to move around. You don't want to spend too much time waiting on the disarm. So I try to get a disarm going and then move on to another area. Boy, this is tough too. Oh, and so this person, we're fighting for that mine. So this is going to get a little bit. That is a mine. So that should be cleared. Oh boy. Okay, so now they're pushing in. It'd be good if I could set up. I don't have a great situation here because there's not a lot of breathing room. What did I say? This was a mine. Was that? No, that wasn't a mine. That might have been a mine. Oh boy. Okay, so that little arrow shows where they were gaining, but they must have just clicked on a mine and died. And so now we have, there is less pressure on that front. This was a mine, and so that was a mine that kind of got lost in updates. But so, oh, I must have clicked on that one but didn't disarm it. So that was silly. Clearly, I have some practice, but please leave some comments in at the end of the video if you have any other questions or what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear them, and thanks for watching, and appreciate it. Bye.